Heyo, Jiggly-Gut here with some more Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars, the director's cut. Last time we foiled Guido and Flap's robbery of the tripod, unintentionally mind you, and ended up knocking ourselves out. Nico saved the day, however, and stole the tripod. We travelled around the streets of Paris and visited an old church. We got a few clues as to some locations we could go, and one of them was over in Spain. So we came to Spain to see this old countess, had to break into a home using our old medicinal blood pressure sleeve, and we've convinced her to let us have a look around the place. So without further ado, let us take a gander.
The mausoleum contained 5 tombs for 5 of the Knights Templar, man-size in marble. A big statuette of the Virgin Mary kept an eye on the place. High up in the dome were windows. I guess they might open them to make it less stuffy in there. I couldn't climb up there without breaking something. It was a rod with a cone and a hook on the end. I guessed it was for snuffing out the big candle in the chandelier. In front of the shrine was a lectern with a Bible on it. On removing the Bible, I found a pattern on the lectern top. Hey, it's a checkerboard! Close up, I could see that the pattern was made up of glass squares over a checkerboard pattern. Now what? There was nothing to snuff. Feeling like an idiot, I put it down again. Hanging from the ceiling was a huge yellowed candle. It looked really old and had never been lit. May I ask you something?
You may ask.
Let's ask her what she thinks of our mundane items.
Maybe not. Do you recognize this man?
No, I have never seen him before in my life. Who is he?
I've got a couple of names for him, but they're probably false. He's the killer.
No, his face is utterly unfamiliar.
Does this red nose mean anything to you?
No, dear. El Flojo, clown in all important aspects. Apart from the one about being funny.
Does this tissue mean anything to you?
Where is this line of questioning going?
Nowhere helpful. Would you like to shake hands?
A formal bow will suffice.
Do you know what this is?
No, it looks very practical, though.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
Club Alamut. Not an establishment that I am familiar with, a young man.
Does this lab pass mean anything to you?
Nothing at all.
That is not a good idea.
Okay, let's talk to her about this stuff.
You certainly know your history.
What's your opinion of the Templars, Senor Stobart?
The Templars? Well, they seem no worse than a lot of the knightly orders.
You are mistaken. Compared to the simpering politicians of the Hospitallers or the brutish Teutonics, the Knights Templar were the embodiment of chivalry. The filthy, money-grabbing French king and his pet pope did a great wrong. A bane settled upon my family at the whim of that self-seeking tyrant.
It was all a long time ago.
Some things don't die. Injustice is one of them.
Is the Virgin Mary really the right person to be sharing a mausoleum with 5 knights?
You are showing your ignorance, Senor Stobart. The Templars were dedicated to the Virgin Mary.
Who exactly are these people?
My ancestors. These 5 men were all members of the Templars.
5 ancestors in the order. You must be very proud.
Not 5, 6.
Where's the 6th knight?
He was lost to us.
You lost an ancestor?
It is a family matter. It can have no relevance.
Well, it's connected with the curse of the De Vasconcelos, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I hope you will honor my desire not to talk about it.
Okay, well, I'll leave it for now. What's the story with the glass chessboard?
Glass chessboard. Oh, the pattern on the lectern. Purely decorative, I'm sure.
There are pieces of glass missing from it.
Oh, it has been like that since I was a girl.
The gaps in the glass chessboard look awfully deliberate.
No, it is ridiculous. What possible significance can it have?
It's part of a chessboard, and the gaps are for...
Senor Stobart, you cannot mean...
This place was built for the Templars. Your chess set is as old as the Templars. It's kind of suggestive, isn't it? I think this must be it. This is what the manuscript is pointing to.
This is extraordinary. Am I to understand that the Templars left a puzzle here? And in all of this time we failed to realize that there was a puzzle?
It was wonderful to watch the Countess change before my eyes.
Right. Well, no time for wallowing in self-pity, eh, Senor Stobart? This mystery has had a good long run, but it ends here and now.
All those years of fatalism were falling away from her.
Lopez! Lopez! Put that hose down and listen! Go to the house and get my chess set. Yes, the old chess set! Now, hurry! My, this is exciting, is it not?
Don't get too excited. This could be a blind alley.
Oh, I do not believe that for a moment.
It's good to see you happy.
Happy? You know, I think I am.
While we're waiting, I'd really like to know what happened here. I mean, the curse and everything.
It all began at the time of the dissolution of the Templars. Don Carlos had already left their ranks to become a scholar.
Don Carlos, is he the guy who went missing?
Si, but he had reckoned without the local bishop. The bishop envied us our lands and determined to use the papal edict as an excuse to destroy us. Don Carlos was on one of his scholarly journeys when the Inquisition arrived. When Don Carlos returned, it was to find his loyal manservant slain and his children gone.
They took the kids? But why?
Oh, we will never know. The bishop denied all knowledge of the children's disappearance. But witnesses had seen his men kill the servant who had been charged to protect them.
What happened to Don Carlos?
He swore he'd find his children if he had to go to the edge of the world. He put on his armor and took up his sword and shield and rode out alone. He was never seen again. Lopez, you have the pieces.
Si, my lady, as you asked.
Por favor, Senor Stobart, would you be so kind?
My lady.
Calm yourself, Lopez. I believe Senor Stobart's motives are pure.
Very well, my lady. My lady seems to trust you.
But you don't.
No, senor.
It fits, Senor Stobart. It fits.
Working quickly, I found which pieces went into which holes.
Okay. Oh, we gotta put them in that way, huh? Okay, well, we want a pawn there, I imagine. No? What about that one? Aha! Okay, so I can touch them like that. Green, blue, and red. Oh, come on. Go there. Hey! This one is green, red, blue, and a bit of white. No, that wasn't it. It was that one. No. Well, it's definitely that one. This one is red, black. We want that there. Really? Oh, yeah. That's wrong. That's the one we want. Green, white. No, not you. You. Black, red. Come on, horsey. You go there, and you go there.
With the red pieces in place, the square bases fit onto the white pieces. I just had to figure out where to place them.
Mm-hmm. That there. Oh. No, not there. Get... Stay where you are. Okay, I can't release the mouse button, otherwise it just goes back. But we want to put this in check. So we want that there. And then we got the rook, which we want here, no, there. There we go. I think. Or do we want it there? No, that looks fine to me. What am I doing here? So you'll go there, but... Okay, what the hell am I doing? What do you want of me? Huh. Aha. Okay, I see. Or not.
Bingo! I mean, checkmate.
Senor Stobart, look!
What is that? It's not the Holy Grail, is it?
No, Senor Stobart. It is the communion chalice of the De Vasconcelos, missing for almost 700 years.
Wow. Well, go on.
I cannot. I can hardly believe it is real.
Go ahead. Live a little.
Are you sure? This is your moment of triumph, Senor Stobart.
Sure, I'm sure. The possibility of death traps only occurred to me a few days later.
So the curse of the De Vasconcelos is lifted?
Oh no, the Countess was thrilled to find the lost chalice. But there's still the riddle of the missing knight.
Well, you can forget about that now and get back to finding the Templar's secret.
Actually, I promised the Countess I'd find Don Carlos.
You what?
I can explain everything.
You have got the odds for a withered old Spanish aristocrat?
The Countess entrusted me with the chalice and the quest for her ancestor's tomb.
You're as crazy as she is. Haven't you got enough problems? Khan and the Templars?
It's all part of the same thing. The chalice is important, I'm sure. The manuscript pointed us to the knight, and I have to find him.
What then?
I don't know. But when the knight and the chalice are reunited, maybe I will. This is the chalice I discovered in Spain.
I still can't figure out why the Countess gave it to you. After losing it for all those years, she simply gave it away to a total stranger? She's one prawn short of a paella.
The Countess is a fine lady. You shouldn't compare her with seafood.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's something going on between you and that Countess.
Are you serious? She's old enough to be my grandmother.
Okay,
I'd better get back to the quest.
off we go again. So now we're going to hit up this place again. And we'll come in here and speak with the father, or the priest, or the padre, or whatever you want to call him.
Hello again, Father.
Bonjour, monsieur. How pleasant to speak to you again.
I noticed that the stained-glass window on the left looks more modern than the middle one.
You have a keen eye, monsieur. The original window was destroyed in the last war. It was as old...
Oh.
Oui.
Yeah. What do you think of this?
What do you make of this chalice?
It certainly looks very old.
About as old as this church, I think.
There seems to be an engraving on it.
Yeah? What does it say?
I do not know. It is very tarnished. With your permission, I could try polishing it. I promise I will be very careful.
That'd be very good of you.
This shouldn't take very long. Feel free to look around.
Okay, thanks. I didn't have time to sit around. On the end of the staff was some kind of disc with a cross on it. Around the base of the disc was a hairline crack. Well, I could have just taken the end off the staff, but I wanted to be sure what I'd be getting out of vandalizing a church, other than deported. A scroll was a symbol of scholarship. I could see that what her discipline...
Yeah, we've been to Spain.
A bit of a stained glass window. Wow! Hoping for a big insight, well, had been pretty optimistic, I guess.
Okay, now we'll talk with them again.
The priest was still busy with the chalice, so I decided to have another look around the church.
Okay, let's take a look at the graves.
A stone knight lay in full stone armor, blank eyes looking at the ceiling. Carrying all that armor around must have been hard work. A stone knight lay at the end of a row of 4. I wondered if this guy had died in combat. A knight, there in the company of his fellows. Biblical references engraved into the tomb edge to guide his way to the next world, I guess. I didn't recognize the biblical story in it. I was a Sunday school dropout. A row of old pews. I thought all the firm, that... Whoa!
Hokey dokey, Acapulco, El Loco.
In comparison to its neighbor, it looked pretty plain. Somehow, it looked more modern than its neighbor. On the end of the staff was...
Yeah, on the end of the staff there is the cross. Grease paint? No. Plaster? Yeah, nah.
The priest was still busy with the chalice, so I decided to have another look.
Okay, what if I missed? Oops, shit. We looked at the window, we looked at the tombs. Take a look outside.
Excuse me, officer. What do you know about the Knights Templar?
Les Templiers. Only that and
Boy,
no.
Okay, we heard about that
should we
already.
be off direct? Yeah?
And we heard about the traffic.
I'll see you around.
Oui, monsieur.
Oui, monsieur.
I had no desire to talk to the crowd.
Okay, back up the stairs. Clown nose on a church pew. Plaster cast of Derriers.
I didn't have time to sit around.
Oh, you got plenty of time to sit around. We're waiting for the dude to finish polishing a fucking chalice.
On the end of the staff.
Yes, on the end of the staff there's a cross and a
Per
disc.
disciplinum. A bit of a stained glass window. Wow! Hoping for a big insight while squinting through a hunk of statuary had been pretty optimistic, I guess.
Okay.
I didn't recognize the biblical story in it. On the end of the staff.
On the end of the staff was a cross. No, we used all that crap. Put a red nose on him.
The priest was still busy with the chalice, so I decided to have another look around the church.
Okay, what am I missing? Excuse me.
A knight.
Okay, we're taking a look at the night.
Somehow, I did.
Looked pretty plain.
A stone knight. A stone knight.
Think. What am I drawing short on here? I mean, if we had that torch, that'd be something. Unless we don't. Grease paint on it. Nope. Okay.
A knight.
I think we'll come back a little later. I believe I am missing something from this area. But the chalice is in his hands for now. Coming back out here. Yeah, we've got no new areas to go to there. Lobano. We probably can go and see him.
Hi, Andre. Hello, Georgie.
No.
Thanks for your help, Andre. You're welcome.
Okay, that's nothing to do in there. I suppose we could go back and take a look at the manuscript.
Hello, George.
Let's take another look at the manuscript. There's a guy with a sword and a bull. Between them is a gem supported by a tripod. There's a guy working on a loom. A knight with a crystal ball. The knight's scroll bears a phrase in Latin. Through my teachings, you will be enlightened. There's a woman looking at her reflection in a mirror, but the reflection has 3 hideous faces.
Look there, 2 guys on the same horse.
No. I'd better get back to the...
Okay, so that's a dead end. I suppose we could see Rosso? No. Might as well speak to Moo while we're here, but that's not likely to yield
Sergeant Moo?
anything.
Yes.
I'd like to report in a...
Yes, Miss.
I'm the... outs... They stopped...
We already did that. La-di-da-di-da, yeah, there's nothing
See you later,
here.
Sergeant.
Excusez-moi. Okay, there's definitely nothing there. Now, I don't know why I've come back here. We're certainly not going to find anything in this area. Oh, come on,
The
George.
cover was too...
I mean, we could pretty much break into that dude's yard again. But
I lifted the cover.
that's not likely going to yield anything either. Idiot.
Hi there, remember me?
Ah, mais oui, Inspector. Have you found him?
Who?
The man in the sewer, of course.
I'm, sifting through the evidence.
Ah, rather you than me, monsieur. So, when you are not exploring sewers, what do you do?
I take a lot of showers.
Oh, very good, monsieur. A policeman with a sense of humor.
Hi there, remember...
Ah, the man...
I'm...
So...
I take...
Okay, so that's a dead end. So clearly something I'm missing back here, but what was it?
I had no desire to...
Okay, let's talk to the
Hey!
juggler again.
Oui?
What do you know about the Knights Templar?
Le Templier? Ah, on an...
Wow.
No, miss...
I'd like to have another try at juggling, please.
You have gone on a crash course, perhaps?
No. I just had an insight into presentation.
Huh?
Allow me to demonstrate. The balls, please.
If you insist on completing your humiliation, monsieur.
Okay, now for my secret weapon. The juggler was speechless with rage. You could have mistaken him for a mime. And without a word, he collected his balls and left in a fury.
And that's how we get rid of everyone.
Hey! You forgot one of your balls! Hey! But he didn't hear. Better still, deprived of his entertainment, the gendarme decided maybe he ought to do some policing for a change.
Okay, let's check in with the church.
The priest was still busy with the chalice, so I decided to have another look.
Okay, we're not going to have another look in there. Instead, we're going to have a look in the sewer. Oh, we can look at that as well now.
In French, English, and German it read, "In 1312, Pope Clement V dissolved the Knightly Order of the Templars and excommunicated its members on charges of heresy. In the following 2 years, many of the knights were hanged on this site. Their Grand Master, Jacques de Molay, was burnt at the stake on an island in the Seine."
Okay, now into the bowels of the earth.
If I wanted to get deeper into these catacombs, I was going to have to get onto that path. If the near edge hadn't crumbled away, I could have jumped it easily. The wall had flaked, and anything once written on it had long since gone. The inscription was hard to read, but I made out Templier and something about innocence. My medieval French isn't much, but the few words I understood seemed to say, "This is where the gallows used to stand." Maybe. The hook lay in a bed of chain. A weird little boat lay tied up. I guess they used it to get maintenance crews around. Either that or the Phantom of the Opera was somewhere near. On the boat was a winching machine.
Around the corner we go.
The door was a handsome piece of work. I pushed against the door, but it seemed to be locked.
No, it's not that. Aha. Niet. Fucking hell, and now I'm stumped again. What did I have to do down here? And it wasn't the bowl. Wasn't plaster.
If I wanted to get deeper into these catacombs, I was going to have to get onto that path. If the near edge hadn't crumbled away, I could have jumped it easily.
Let's go back around the corner one more again.
There, in the middle of the door, I could see some kind of socket.
Can't socket a red nose. What about our lovely jam? Our sword key.
Rats! It's locked. The door was locked. The door. The door was locked.
No shit. Plaster. Grease paint.
The door.
Idiot. Okay, back around the corner again. Maybe now we can go back to the church and he's done with the fucking thing, perhaps. Oi,
The
you!
priest was still busy with the chalice.
Oh, fuck.
I didn't have time to...
Maybe we can use the bowl. Ay, ay, ay. Let's try the tripod over there.
I didn't have time to sit around.
Oi, you!
The priest was still busy with the chalice, so I decided to have another look around the church.
Damn it.
On the end of the staff was some kind of disc with a cross on it. Around the base of the disc was a hairline crack. Well, I could have just taken the end off the staff, but I wanted to be sure what I'd be getting out of vandalizing a church, other than deported. A scroll per had been pretty.
Oh,
In comparison to its...
damn it.
I...
What am I doing wrong? Okay.
I had no desire.
back down into the sewer. Again.
The hook lay in a bed of chain. The hook lay...
Yes, the hook lay in a bed of chain.
The inscription was hard to... The wall seemed in very poor condition. The inscription... The hook lay in a bed of chain. On the boat.
Is a winding machine. Yes.
If I wanted to get deeper into these if the near edge hadn't crumbled away, I could have jumped it easily. The hook...
And we come back around here.
The door was locked. The door.
Yes, the door is locked. I tried all this already. Watered up tissue.
The door was the door.
Something to do with this fucking chain.
The hook.
Buzzer. Well, shit. I am currently stumped. So on that bombshell, we end this episode here. This has been a Jiggly-Gut with Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars, the director's cut. Join me next time and hopefully I figure out what the fuck I'm forgetting. Which is probably looking me right in the damn face. See you next time.